Today I'm going to give a review of The Matrix 1999. Boy, was this a great movie. I actually kind of went in kind of scared, hoping that it would turn out to be terrible, or one of the worst movies ever made, or one of the most overrated movies ever made. But no, I was actually surprised. It turned out to be one of the best movies ever made. The character of Neo is fantastic. In the first half, there isn't really a lot of character development, but there is a lot of character development near the end of the first half, which I like. It's completely different than, say, Spider-Man Far From Home or Homecoming, where you just don't develop. Spider-Man did get development in Far From Home, but that's literally not a movie at all. So he does get developed, but it just goes away really quickly. So where Neo actually has development in the first half, which is different than Spider-Man Far From Home. I thought Trinity was a really cool character. Trinity didn't say a lot of things, which I was actually surprised by. Even Morpheus didn't say that much. This movie is more focused on Neo and his journey, which I like. So I enjoy Neo as a character. He isn't like this stereotypical, oh, I'm just gonna be the comedy guy. He's like, he doesn't understand it. He's like the audience where he's confused. He doesn't understand what's real and what's not until later he begins to realize, etc. I do have some problems with the movie, but they're just really for me. I did thought that the CGI looked really bad. Now this movie you can kind of understand. It was made in 1999. I would understand movies at that point don't really age well today. Certainly not. It's not like Spider-Man Far From Home where the CGI just looks straight up horrible. It's so hard to look at. This one is more understandable. I mean, they didn't have the best CGI movies, but it's still, I'd say The Matrix has some of the worst CGI, but it's understandable. I think the CGI is one of the main problems with the movie, but it doesn't take you completely off. Yes, the plot is very hard to follow, but it kind of makes sense. It's not like in some movies where you're like, oh man, the plot is way too hard for me to follow. I have to kind of stop and rewatch. It's too hard for me to follow. It's not like that. It is tough, but at least you can understand it. It's just, you don't know how to follow it, which I like. There's also not a lot of action scenes. Unlike some people will tell you, there's very minimum of action. This movie is just straight up character, which I really enjoy. I like movies that actually explore characters and have action sequences. I don't just love action sequences, I just prefer when you have character development and an action scene. Like, you understand what the character's going through, but you also have this really cool fight scene, or this cool, shoot down. At least you do get development, unlike in Far From Home, where, yeah, there were some amazing action scenes, but they looked trash, which, compared to The Matrix has, some of the best CGI compared to Far From Home. That's how bad Far From Home's CGI is. But Far From Home is just more action, no development. Well, there is a little bit of development. It's just development. You're just gonna be in 15 seconds of screen time at best. Yeah, we're just gonna focus on cool romantic action sequences because that's what we all want for Spider-Man. Whereas Matrix is not. But in the action scenes had so much suspense for me. It actually kind of made me kind of nervous on, wait, what's gonna happen? I don't understand what's gonna happen until they do it. And it turns out to be one of the best scenes ever. The action is very good, almost Mission Impossible style, which I did like. So what am I going to give The Matrix? I have to give it a B or an A. It's definitely not one of the best movies, but it's one of the best movies. It's not the best, but one of the best. It's also not the worst. It's one of the best. I say that again. One of the best. One of the best movies ever made, and I have to give it an A at the very least. A B is basically an A, for those who don't know. And as always, I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.